So we fought about that. I thought we should run the business this way. He thought we should run the business that way. So for those last 2 years, if he hadn't finally taken me on a beach for a walk, him and I went. He runs a hundreds of billions of dollar company. We're still friends to this day. But he essentially gave me an ultimatum. He said, listen, I want to row left. You want to row right. The problem is you need to get your own ships. You got to get your own boat. You're on my boat and you're trying to row this way. And we're going this way. So you got to make a decision. And at the time, I was so mad. I was like, I built this from nothing. You guys can't even speak Spanish. I'm down here, do it. Like, I was mad. I was super entitled. Then I realized, Cody, did you put any of the money on the table to build this business? No. You know, did you take the risk? No. Besides coming here, like, that was his. And so he was right. And I couldn't take anything with me. I did put my old number 2 in charge of that business, which is cool. She still runs it to this day. But I was really like mad at myself and sad. And so before I left there, I had done a lot of little investments. I call them throwing out my chips. So, you know, once you start to make a little money, I think it's really helpful to start investing in the things that you want to eventually earn from. So I knew I wanted to get into some venture capital like things. So I started investing in some venture capital firms. And so when he finally gave me that ultimatum, I jumped ship, went to another company, and I didn't even have the balls to do it by myself then. I was partnered up with a few other people. And man, like a lot of terrible things can happen to you when you don't believe in yourself. And I think the universe, like it will tell you kind of what you need to do. And then if you don't listen, it'll ignore you for a while. And then at some point, it'll just kick you in the face. And like, that's my experience. You probably have a nicer experience with the universe. But it's kind of like, come on, we should do this. We should do this. And it just pushes you off the cliff. And so with me, I raised a ton of money for this company. I had these couple of partners. And at the end, like, it didn't work out between us. And again, unemployable. I wanted to go left. They wanted to go right. And I didn't really do that good of a deal. And so twice this happened. But that last time, I did a better deal. And so I said, you guys have to pay me out for what I did. And I'm going to go do this new business. And I want to take some of our investors. And so if somebody hadn't pushed me out of a company, and if somebody else hadn't also said, no, we don't want to do this with you, I never would have done it by myself. And so I think it's okay if somebody's listening and you're stuck in a corporate job, quote unquote, stuck for a long time. That's okay. And it's also okay if it takes you a few tries. And I don't think that the only way to make money is to go be an entrepreneur and founder and do it all by yourself and never work in corporate America. I'm very grateful for the money that they spent on me for decades. Money is really attracted to the type of human that keeps asking questions. You don't actually have to know the answers often to make money. You need to ask the right questions. Most of the people who are really shiny on the internet don't actually make much money. In fact, a lot of celebrities make no money. And you know this all too well being here. There's a lot of show, and it's actually quite hard to make money in the shiny things. They're not celebrities. They're not singing songs. And they're not doing YouTube. Like, we're not even touching the amount of wealth they have. What do most of them have in common more than anything else?
What I'm hearing from you is it's getting skin in the game, it's negotiating well, it's being an owner, right? Like that's really what I'm hearing. And I think if people take those 3 things away from what we've talked about so far, that's what you want to put your attention to, rather than this idea of, oh, I've got to start a business, I've got to become an entrepreneur, I've got to learn how to invest. It's like, no. This